I just don't want to play for clicks. I want to be involved with a great leading program that's going to develop players. Him leaving Colorado, a shot across the bow at Dion. I don't think Dion cares.
We saw Logan Diggs move on from LSU to Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin. Don't be shocked if you see John Emery potentially maybe at another school, maybe like a Miss State or even maybe like a Texas A&M.
Inside the transfer portal, only on SportsGrid.
The only one that can punch him in the nose, in my opinion, is the Knicks or those Western teams. What did you think when you saw those odds?
In their path, and it's all about the path, right? Number one seed, you should have an easy path, but quite honestly, looking at who they'd have to go through here eventually is kind of laughable. So I get it.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. The early line.
Magical and historic season in Lincoln, Nebraska continues.
He is the best player in the NBA, but also in the biggest moments where the national media is watching.
Newswire.
Something that we have never seen happen before with one of the iconic coaches in the game.
Pharrell coast to coast.
The team covers. It's automatic. It's every time. Not sometimes. It's every time.
Game time decisions.
Luka is actually far more dangerous from three on the road this year than at home.
This game here tonight, you may want to consider taking as many points as humanly possible.
In-game live, prime time.
We got not one, but two coaches fired systems in place.
SportsRage late
sort of
night.
has letdown written all over it. It's going to be hard to match the emotion that they played with the other night.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
This is SportsRage. I'm Morency. So it's 2-0 after 20 minutes of play. The Edmonton Oilers had a great first period of play. Vancouver weren't terrible, but Edmonton made them pay for their mistakes. Vancouver took an early penalty. You can't take penalties against the Oilers. Keep them 5-on-5. You take an early penalty, you get burnt on a power play. And then after that, everything calmed down. Everything was fine. And just a bad play by Cole behind the net. Like, he could have cleared it. Like, if you're going to do that, just drill the effing puck, bro. Like, smoke it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're showing it's the intermission right now. They're showing it as I speak right now. Like, dude, like,
It's horrible.
You're a vet. You've won a Stanley Cup before. Like, you can't, like, I'm not saying it's easy to be a defenseman in the NHL, but you only really have two jobs. I'm going to be real here. Hit people and get the effing puck out of your zone. I nearly just dropped an F-bomb. like, get the puck out of the zone. Like, don't half-ass it, like, against the boards behind the net. Like, what was the end game of that? What did you think was going to happen? Right? Like, if you're going to do that at that angle, then blast it off the glass. And even then, that's not good, bro, because God knows where the puck is going to end up after. It was just a bad play, and it led to the goal after. They can't do that. Two mistakes, but whatever. You can't bury a team after the first period of a series. Paul Bovey in the house with us. So can we bury the Denver Nuggets now? And they're not going to suspend Jamal Murray. I think it's ridiculous, but it's not a surprise, really. The NBA doesn't like suspending players because they want, people are paying to see them. They don't want people saying, the playoff series was decided by that. And Jamal Murray doesn't have a track record of doing things, but you can make an argument he should have been suspended. And then Jokic wins the MVP, and Shaquille O'Neal tells him tonight he didn't think he deserved it. SGA should have won it over him. So everybody's picking up. Yeah, everyone's picking on the Nuggets. They never give Jokic his just due, bro. It's been a couple of years now. They get mad when he wins. Same thing when Steve Nash won. Let's just call it out for what it is. They don't like it when white dudes win the MVP in the NBA. I'm just being real. They get mad.
Yeah,
Kyrie Irving told Steve Nash at a Christmas party, "Yeah, you don't deserve that. Kobe should have won instead of you." You're in the guy's house. Like, you know what I mean? I know. He's your coach. Like,
you're in the guy's house. Exactly. You said it. I'm like,
hey, look, man.
Never come back.
SGA has a far better surrounding cast who only missed 17 games. If you look at the three teams, which one of those three has the better players outside of the candidate? Now I'm going to go OKC, and 17 games missed. Luka's supporting cast missed over 100, and he didn't have a center until 30 games ago when they brought in Gafford, at least not a decent one. Lively's okay, but Luka, to me, carried the team. And, of course, a lot of people would make the case for Jokic, but to me, SGA, out of the three-headed monster, was the third wheel. And I understand the record and everything, but we got to look at the performance of other players on the team and how much they contributed.
We're going to have this summer an opportunity, though, which is so cool. All these dudes are going to have an opportunity to state their case in the Olympics. A massive platform and a massive stage, and everybody's there. Anthony Edwards is on USA, LeBron and everybody, but, I'm talking about the young guns. Victor Wembanyama is on France. SGA is on Canada. This is going to be Giannis is on Greece. It's just going to be like one of these type of Olympics. Going to be lit. Starts in late July. So 2-0 in the hockey game. So as far as this is concerned, they don't suspend Murray. They're the defending champs. So they're really going to get run out of the building here, Paul. But I'm talking about like the league would like this series to get extended a little bit, I would assume. But with that being stated, can't you make an argument that the Denver Nuggets should be bigger underdogs? Like the way the T-Wolves have manhandled them in 2 games, they're only laying 4.5 points right now in this game. What's your take?
Well, let's not become a victim of recency, because the first game was reasonably close at 106-99. Now, I understand the last game was a huge blowout by 26 points. So a lot of people will focus on that one and kind of like dismiss
They didn't look great
one.
against the Lakers, bro.
No,
the Lakers led like
listen,
160 minutes of the series. Like, you know what I mean?
I totally agree with you. If you remember, I was on the show and I said the Lakers would give them all they could handle. It would go to 7 games. And like I mentioned before, the Lakers went 18-27 in that one game. That would have flipped the script and taken the series back to L.A. for that next game, for the 6th game. But it didn't happen. But the Nuggets are still defending champions. And what I think is going to happen in this game is that the T-Wolves will prevail by the slimmest of margins. I think if you take the points with the Nuggets, you're probably going to see a very pesky team. They'll fight it. They'll fight it out. And in the end, the T-Wolves get the best of it and win by 2, 3, or 4 points. So I'm going to look for a live wagering opportunity, but that's the direction that I think the series will go. You'll be looking at 3-0 T-Wolves with a closeout game coming up.
Well, the point that I was trying to make, Gabe, is the books put these guys, the sweep has less juice than the game going to game 5. Take a look at the number. Like, people, they're not going to be posting that stuff. Like, it's crazy. I think Minnesota sweeps them. That's just my opinion. I don't think Denver wins one damn game in this series. Minnesota in a sweep.
That's bold.
Well, if they go down 3-0, if they go down, you know what happens when teams go down 3-0. If the game starts and they fall behind, they kind of tend to throw in the towel, and that could conceivably happen. So this is a critical game for the Nuggets to kind of stay alive in the series. And if it doesn't happen, and if it happens the way I think, it will probably be a sweep, as you say, Cam.
For me, a lot of it depends on how the Minnesota Timberwolves handle it on Friday night. There's going to be a ton of excitement. The T-Wolves is sort of like the Canucks. They haven't had like any success in forever. And the building is like, the T-Wolves haven't had this type of success in the playoffs since 2004. So it's been a long time. They're going to be really, 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 really fired up. Do they get caught up in that? Like you said, Paul, you got the Denver Nuggets coming in here, the defending champions who understand it's on the line for real tonight. They've kind of always played from behind a lot this year. You can sort of expect the Nuggets to come out hot early, at least I would, because they know their season's on the line. So I think Denver first quarter might be worth a look here. All right, Paul, before we get you out of here, we got a couple of minutes. As far as the big picture is concerned, if you had to say who's going to be playing in the NBA Finals, what would you say?
Right now it's hard to make a case against Minnesota. They look good, and it might be a case where they're peaking at the right time because you know how these things work out. Teams just get it going at the opportune time, and they just make their way into the final. And this could conceivably happen. I'm not sure the NBA is going to be too happy about a small market team heading into the finals, but if it's against the Celtics, it might not be that bad.
They're going to panic on Madison Avenue if it's Minnesota versus Oklahoma City in the conference finals.
They better have New York or Boston. Yeah, you're right, Gabe. You need one. They'll deal with one. They can deal with a Minnesota.
Well, they'll have a nice Boston and New York going on in the East, right?
Yes.
So they'll be happy about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And look, the Knicks could give the Celtics all they can handle. I think the Mitchell Robinson injury again, that's going to affect the Knicks, and I think it could more so affect them defensively because that's what he excels at.
What about OG's injury tonight, Paul? What happened with OG? Because you need OG.
Yeah. Remember we talked about this trade, and we didn't. I know you mentioned, well, it might not be a big deal, and but it just was kind of one of those situations where it's the pieces, the sum of the parts situation.
Oh, he was a godsend, perfect fit.
Yeah, he has gelled. They have gelled under with him joining the team. They are 25-5, 26-5.
He's giving his former teammate buddy Siakam a lot of problems too, defending him.
Big time.
I just don't want to play for clicks. I want to be involved with a great leading program that's going to develop players. Him leaving Colorado, a shot across the bow at Dion. I don't think Dion cares.
We saw Logan Diggs move on from LSU to Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin. Don't be shocked if you see John Emery potentially maybe at another school, maybe like a Miss State or even maybe like a Texas A&M.
Inside the transfer portal, only on SportsGrid.
The only one that can punch him in the nose, in my opinion, is the Knicks or those Western teams. What did you think when you saw those odds?
In their path, and it's all about the path, right? Number one seed, you should have an easy path, but quite honestly, looking at who they'd have to go through here eventually is kind of laughable. So I get it.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. The early line.
Magical and historic season in Lincoln, Nebraska continues.
He is the best player in the NBA, but also in the biggest moments where the national media is watching.
Newswire.
Something that we have never seen happen before with one of the iconic coaches in the game.
Pharrell coast to coast.
The team covers. It's automatic. It's every time. Not sometimes. It's every time.
Game time decisions.
Luka is actually far more dangerous from three on the road this year than at home.
This game here tonight, you may want to consider taking as many points as humanly possible.
In-game live, prime time.
We got not one, but two coaches fired systems in place.
SportsRage late
This sort of
night.
has letdown written all over it. It's going to be hard to match the emotion that they played with the other night.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
I'm not really a fan of seeing the green men back for the Canucks. These guys weren't there. Like they were there like once. Like they're never around. Last time they were around, they lost to the Bruins in 7. Like there's not a good vibe to it. Like become the Blue Men or something. Change your outfit.
I agree.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I interviewed those guys when I was doing my journey to the Cup. I'm like, this is not good. It's not going to end well. You're right. Like every time the green men show up in a big game, nothing good happens. So it's time to.
I'd like to see their record in the building.
Not good. I think it's below 500.
I went to one Canuck playoff game this year, and they won. I'm going to be going on Friday night And it could end up being a must-win, pretty big situation if they don't wake up right now. Let's bring in a man that's on the Edmonton Oilers, because of course he is. Captain Chalk in the house, George Kurtz. What's going on, George? How you doing?
Doing well. Not because of Edmonton, but it's been a good day. Yankees look like they figured out how to play baseball, so that's got me excited now too. So it's been a really good day.
There's been some good games tonight. It's been a wild couple of days in sports. There was a rout earlier in the day today, but it was a closer game with the Panthers and Bruins before it got away from them. But I think this game still has the makings of a good one. Vancouver were really pressing in the last couple of minutes of the first period. And here we go again. They're pressing early in the second period here. They're hell-bent on scoring the next goal. We'll see if they can break through. Tee it up, baby. Oh! Boom! Boom!
10. There it is, baby. I told you.
I told you they're hell-bent.
Plus a half.
Told you they're hell-bent on scoring, Cam. It was like they were on the power play. They were like, we're scoring.
Keep George around for a while there, Gabe. He seems to be.
George is staying for the rest of the show, Cam. He's going to stay for the rest of the show.
I'll see you, Gabe. George, you're in. I don't want to say the 2.5. I told you that I think Vancouver's coming back. I just don't make stuff up, but I'll tell you this. Edmonton scored because of their special teams. That's the bottom line. If you give Edmonton power plays, you're going to lose the game. If you play disciplined hockey, you can trade blows with these guys. I think this game is going to be a classic, actually. I'm thinking, Gabe, like 4-3. I think this game might go to overtime, actually. I think it's going to be a wild one.
Here come the Canucks again.
4-3 works. I like 4-3.
No, punch it in.
I like 4-3, too.
Dude, like they nearly they're pressing again. That would have been nice to score 2 goals in like 5 seconds there.
You knew they were coming out hot. You think Tocchet, he must have been burning the paint off the walls, man. He's going, what the hell is going on
he's
here?
Calm. He's not.
No, but you know what I mean. No, not flipping out, but saying, hey, here's the deal. We're down 2 at home. You guys come out the first couple shifts and let it all hang out. Let's go. I know you're right. Not spazzing, but understanding.
Oh my God.
Edmonton
just turned it. They turned it over in Vancouver. I briefly had a 3-on-1 but it imploded quickly. But the pressure, like the momentum is swung like 1,000,000% in this game. Vancouver are all over them. Oh, they nearly just punch it in here, guys.
George, I'm usually the lemon. Maybe George is a lemon.
I like it. As soon as George came on, the Canucks have been buzzing around.
I know what's going on by Gabe's reaction. I'm about 10 seconds behind here.
Yeah, me too. I'm always behind. Always behind. More goals, please.
Yeah, more goals.
So
more goals. More goals is good.
Let's check in on the numbers here. In game is now Edmonton minus 280. Vancouver plus 215 on the money line.
I got plus 2.5 now.
330 and 240. How nuts is that?
What's that?
God.
I've got minus 330 and plus 240 here.
Really? Wow, that's a big difference.
Wow.
That's a big difference. Different markets, right? Right now, listen, you know what, though? This book that I'm betting on is kind of a sharper hockey book. So, it's interesting. You can sort of gauge that. So you're getting good value, actually, if you would like the Vancouver Canucks. We're on the Canucks to win the game before the game. I got them in the series, but I have them like plus 2.5 in the series as well. But I got them plus 2.5 in a couple of parlays tonight. But I don't have any plus 1.5s. I have them to win the game as well, which pays big too, because I parlayed it with the over in the basketball game. So it's like one of those plus like 248, 250, but it's like $500. So I would like for Vancouver to win this game somehow, but I am plus 2.5 here, and I got under 6.5. Did you play the total, Kurtz, in this game?
Yeah, I've got the over 6.5. I think it was only plus 104, I think was the number on that. I don't know how you can't play that. I never get an even number. I mean, never get an even number. It's always 6.5, 5.5. I haven't seen a 6 or a 5 or a 7 in maybe 2 or 3 times this year. We just don't see that here in New York. So I'm on the 6.5. I also took the FanDuel special. I don't know if you saw that, which was McDavid anytime goal, Draisaitl and JT Miller 2+ shots on goal each, and over 5.5. Figured why not? The McDavid one's the one I worry about. Maybe he scores, maybe he doesn't. He's not really been that goal scorer this year. But maybe he's a little ticked off at Vancouver for blowing him out a couple of times earlier on. And he's going to want to pot one eventually here. Figure, listen, it was getting plus 480. I think it was. Why not?
I played one of those boosts myself. Connor McDavid to score a point and JT Miller to score a point, record a point. I didn't even like it. Like, it wasn't like one of these things, but I go through all the boosts and I see which ones, okay, am I actually getting some sort of like value from it? And for the record, Connor McDavid to get a point and JT Miller to get a point was minus 170, but the odds boost made it plus 100. So 70 cents, that's enough to say, all right, you know what? All right, I think there's a penalty on Edmonton here.
I think we're reaching a point where you should take Hyman to score goals more than McDavid. Just saying.
Oh, a point. I think that point passed months ago. It's either Hyman or Draisaitl. I was on Hyman. That's one of my bets tonight was Edmonton to win and Hyman. That's almost every game now. Edmonton and Hyman. Hyman's just he's a goal-scoring machine.
Oh, Hyman is unbelievable. I can't believe I haven't been playing him every game. It's not a penalty. I don't know what. Yeah, it is. So here it is.
So much money of him and Matthews this year, along with their team winning. It's been fantastic.
What's this penalty for? I don't understand.
Is it delay of game on the goalie, or what the hell happened here? I don't understand.
I think he
what's
touched
happening.
it outside the trapezoid.
Yes, he did.
It outside the trap.
I think you're right, George. I missed it too because it's kind of the TV. Yep, Vancouver's on the power play.
Dumbass rule. I hate that rule. If I was if I was a commissioner for a day, that rule's gone.
That's a stupid rule. He fell and he touched the puck.
Yeah. I think if a goalie's outside the trapezoid, you could murder him.
This is why, though, if he's a goalie, don't leave the crease unless you have to.
Yeah.
They're going to score on the power play.
I just don't want to play for clicks. I want to be involved with a great leading program that's going to develop players. Him leaving Colorado, a shot across the bow at Dion. I don't think Dion cares.
We saw Logan Diggs move on from LSU to Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin. Don't be shocked if you see John Emery potentially maybe at another school, maybe like a Miss State or even maybe like a Texas A&M.
Inside the transfer portal, only on SportsGrid.
The only one that can punch him in the nose, in my opinion, is the Knicks or those Western teams. What did you think when you saw those odds?
In their path, and it's all about the path, right? Number one seed, you should have an easy path, but quite honestly, looking at who they'd have to go through here eventually is kind of laughable. So I get it.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. The early line.
Magical and historic season in Lincoln, Nebraska continues.
He is the best player in the NBA, but also in the biggest moments where the national media is watching.
Newswire.
Something that we have never seen happen before with one of the iconic coaches in the game.
Pharrell coast to coast.
The team covers. It's automatic. It's every time. Not sometimes. It's every time.
Game time decisions.
Luka is actually far more dangerous from three on the road this year than at home.
This game here tonight, you may want to consider taking as many points as humanly possible.
In-game live, prime time.
We got not one, but two coaches fired systems in place.
SportsRage
This
late
sort of
night.
has letdown written all over it. It's going to be hard to match the emotion that they played with the other night.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
This is SportsRage. I am Morency. We've got two games going on right now. We've got an NHL playoff game that's got center stage primetime viewing here for us with the Edmonton Oilers and the Vancouver Canucks. We've been waiting forever for this series to start. We're going to be at Game 2 on Friday night. The Oilers are leading 2-1, and Vancouver have been pretty dominant for the last 10 minutes of play. If you recall, Edmonton were out shooting them 10-3, and it's now 11-9 shots on goal. But just as far as the tempo and the pace of play and where the puck has been, the puck is living in Edmonton's side of the rink right now. But it's Edmonton have a 2-1 lead, and there's 13 minutes remaining in the second period of play. The in-game total is now 6.5. I've got the under 6.5 minus 135. George, you're on the over 6.5 at plus 104. And Cam, you're on over 6 in this game?
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly that, Gabe. Yep. I thought there were 6s. I didn't know the 6.5. I found 6s everywhere. I was just it was a flat 6. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take the over. 3-2 empty net or something along those lines. But I just got a weird feeling this game's going to go to overtime. I think that's the next click I'm going to make, Gabe, after Vancouver 2.5. I think that's the button I'm going to hit, overtime. Got a weird feeling this game goes overtime.
Well, both games, it's not really a weird feeling, is it? Both games went to overtime last night.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Very true.
It's not like it'd be weird if it went to overtime.
Oh, I'm just saying, it's tough for a game to go to overtime. 3 of the last 4 games go to overtime, though. That's quite a lot of overtime, you'd think. Would you not?
I would expect in this series. How many games, George, did the Canucks go to overtime against Nashville? I think 1? Yeah, 1. The Canucks are a massive overtime team.
That's right.
During the regular season, they weren't. They didn't play in a lot of shootouts and stuff. We'll see if they get into these overtime games. The Oilers do seem to play overtime games a lot in the playoffs, though. I don't have a problem with swinging with the overtime. I do it often, but I've got enough on Vancouver. I'm hoping to just come back and win this game. Bury the next goal here, and then Edmonton will really start to panic. Right now, like I said, if you look at this, Vancouver just controlling the puck. They're cycling the puck. They have the puck in the zone. Although, you know what? So it's only 7-6. Oh, my God. They nearly They're pressing. They're pressing. All right, let's go to the baseball right now, although I don't have anything on it. Somebody listening and watching does.
He's got the over in the Giants and Rockies. It's already there. There you go, George.
San Francisco is leading Colorado 8-6. And we talked about the Rockies earlier in the week, actually. Should just probably be fading them every day. So it's my bad for not being on the San Francisco Giants. You're on the over in this game, George?
No, I'm on the Giants. As Joe Ranieri already busted my chops of being Captain Chalk here. I played a parlay with the Giants, and I forget who won earlier. I don't think it was the Dodgers. I think I took the Dodgers straight up. So somebody else who won earlier in the day, another chalky that's come. Oh, the Braves. Giants and the Braves here. So making it a little bit interesting. That was 8-4, 2-run home run for the Rockies in the 9th inning, but there's nobody on base. 1-2 count here. So Duval should close this out here.
The Dodgers are on a tear. We've talked about it. They're now 14-2 in their last 16 games. They've outscored teams. Off the top of my head, I think it's 101-31. It's been an absolute. It's an absolute tear.
This is what we thought.
Exactly.
This is what we thought.
And it's a sort of, and they're getting more confidence each day. Everybody is sort of, because if you look at it, not everybody has been hitting on the team, right? They need to get more of that balance and spread it out, and it's starting to happen now. Teoscar Hernandez is lighting it up. The Pajes kid is good. They need Outman to turn around. They need some of the guys at the bottom of the order, but the pitching is coming back. But, San Diego, guys, big weekend series coming up here. So L.A. are in San Diego at Petco. It's a big-time rivalry. And then they get the Giants. What do you think about the weekend series against San Diego now that San Diego made another trade and brought in Luis Arraez?
Yeah, you got to like San Diego, right? They just don't give up. You bring in Cease, you bring in Arraez. The Cease will not pitch versus the Dodgers, right? Because he pitched today. So he'll miss that series. Listen, I'm still going to like the Dodgers. I think they're the better team. No Musgrove in this series either. He's on the IL. All right, so it's hard not to like the Dodgers in this. I think the Dodgers are now the Dodgers. This is the team we thought about when we were talking in March, right? That, oh, my God, the Dodgers are going to run everybody over. They're now that team.
Their win total fell to 100.5 when they were 12-10 or so, right? They were, they were a couple of games over 500 after the 20-game mark. And I checked in because I was like, I'm curious to see what their win total is. I don't know if it's posted right now. Sometimes they do it overnight. See, no, they don't have the Dodgers up right now. I'm curious to see if it's back up to 106.5 now.
I just don't want to play for clicks. I want to be involved with a great leading program that's going to develop players. Him leaving Colorado, a shot across the bow at Dion. I don't think Dion cares.
We saw Logan Diggs move on from LSU to Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin. Don't be shocked if you see John Emery potentially maybe at another school, maybe like a Miss State or even maybe like a Texas A&M.
Inside the transfer portal, only on SportsGrid.
The only one that can punch him in the nose, in my opinion, is the Knicks or those Western teams. What did you think when you saw those odds?
In their path, and it's all about the path, right? Number one seed, you should have an easy path, but quite honestly, looking at who they'd have to go through here eventually is kind of laughable. So I get it.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. The early line.
Magical and historic season in Lincoln, Nebraska continues.
He is the best player in the NBA, but also in the biggest moments where the national media is watching.
Newswire.
Something that we have never seen happen before with one of the iconic coaches in the game.
Pharrell coast to coast.
The team covers. It's automatic. It's every time. Not sometimes. It's every time.
Game time decisions.
Luka is actually far more dangerous from three on the road this year than at home.
This game here tonight, you may want to consider taking as many points as humanly possible.
In-game live, prime time.
We got not one, but two coaches fired systems in place.
SportsRage late
sort
night.
of has letdown written all over it. It's going to be hard to match the emotion that they played with the other night.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
This is SportsRage. I am Morency, the Pips, the Players, the Hustlers, the people who bust them, and everybody else in between. Man, there's all kinds of characters in the arena tonight in Vancouver. There's a bunch of dudes in Hockey Night in Canada, Blue Blazers. There's a guy dressed up as the dude that carries around the cup. He's got a blonde wig on and he's holding a Stanley Cup.
Guys, that's the best.
You got the dudes in the green man suit dudes. Like, I'm going to be there Friday. It's a circus, so throw me in the zoo.
Yes, that's the best guy dressed up as Pritchard, keeper of the cup, with the wig and the gloves. That was amazing. I like that one. That one was slick, different. Fantastic.
So the Edmonton Oilers still have 12 shots on goal right now. They really have slowed down, which is, doesn't mean anything. They're so dangerous. One mistake and they could score, but this is the way Vancouver want to play. They're doing their job now, right? They're containing the lanes. Their big deal was not letting the Edmonton Oiler player, specifically McDavid, pick up steam. Like, so it's, he's so good. He's going to do his thing. But, notice there. Look how fast he is when he's coming down the side. The deal is it's almost like jamming a wide receiver at the line of scrimmage. Unless you skate with him the whole time and stay in his way and you just try to skate with him. No, you don't really have to do anything, but just skate with him and shadow him as much as you can, and then you get defensive help in the zone, so you get the double team coming. You play one guy on him, and then you get you have the defenseman waiting for him after, and they're doing a really good job of that. Because Edmonton are so good and so skilled, it's all like you're kind of screwed. You have to take away the lanes and their angles. And Vancouver are doing a great job of it right now. They just got to bury it, and we're going to have a 2-2 game. Shots on goal are 12-12. Right now. And overbettors are starting to feel a little bit concerned. I can see the panic in Kurtz's face and Cam's face.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, getting a little sweaty.
It's looking up here now. It's still 2-1.
3 goals all of a sudden. It's just like, can we get another?
If you're Vancouver, though, you're kind of after the intermission. If you get through this, you'd be like, all right, listen, guys, we effed up in the first 2 minutes of the game.
You're right.
We made a mistake in the first period. Since then, we're the better team. We're fine.
I agree
keep
with
going.
That. Hronik played a great play on McDavid, too. That is exactly what you said, how you play the guy. Shadow him. Just shadow him.
Like Casper used to shadow Gretzky.
Yeah, you keep him right to the side. Don't give him any lanes in the middle. You just drive him to the side where he's not as dangerous. That's Edmonton. They're a speed team and special teams. We know the drill.
Oh, God, I thought that was going in.
It's over.
Kurtz is going to see it now.
After Kurtz. Okay, I'm waiting and waiting.
It looked like it was going in. There was a little mini rebound. It was like, that's going in.
Oh,
it did. From our angle, it did look like it was going to go in.
And just like that, I can't believe it. Just like that.
And Edmonton scores
just what I said. One shot. One shot. And there's your over back in play.
There it is. Oh, that's awful. Come on. That's so far.
That had to be deflected, right? Or screened?
It had to be.
Unbelievable. Hockey, man, is so cruel. The Canucks are all over them. They're all over them. The puck nearly goes into the net. And then there's like a quick break going the other way. And it was deflected off of Cole. Cole's just had a bad luck night tonight in front of the net. It went off the Canucks defenseman's shin pad. Look at it change direction, Kurtz.
He was 30-1 to score a goal.
They show 18,000 replays of what you don't want to see, and they show another replay of this.
Oh, man, Vancouver nearly just punched it in. That's two goals, though, from the... Yeah, I know. This is the cruelty of hockey. This is reminding me of that game, the home game. You know what this reminded me of? This is game 2 for the Vancouver Canucks against the Nashville Predators. It's the same thing. They couldn't buy a break. They were all over them. They wouldn't, they nearly scored. They wouldn't score, and Nashville would score after. Right? It was one of those deals. Now, Vancouver doesn't have as many shots as they did in that game, but it's just a bad luck, bad bounce game. And now that was just a bad goal. So the Seeloff's party is over.
Look at Carolina. The way Carolina played against the Rangers. Shesterkin stood on his head there. And so you said it, Gabe. It's hockey's different. Well, they scored again. Hyman, that's 2.
That was not good. It didn't look like it was a great goal either, by the way.
No, but we're to the point now where
he's done.
You got to take the kid out. You'd have to play Casey DeSmith in the next game now. So might as well get Casey DeSmith in here now. Yeah, he's rattled. Awful. He's clearly rattled. Like he was in his zone, he's out of that zone. We saw it with Swayman tonight. You are until you're not. And once you're not, you're not. And I'd get him out just not to destroy him in case you need him again down the road. Now suddenly Demko's return becomes more important. But I don't see how you start this kid though on Friday now after this.
Everything's off the defenseman's stick. You're right. He's in his head now.
Yeah, I think you got a point, Gabe. I think you're gonna have to put in DeSmith at some point to get him some game action because he hasn't played in what now, a week, 8 days.
Since the Friday. You're right. No. He hasn't played since it's been like 9-10 days.
8, 9, 10 days. Yeah, so you're gonna want to get him in there. I would. I guess it maybe
he might come back after the period, right?
Third period.
Yeah, you get him in the third period also because you don't want to show up Seelovs. He's been good to you. He's played well. He's a kid. You pull him out. You do it in the intermission, not in front of everybody. And then you get Casey DeSmith face some pucks to get ready for the next game. You know what? A couple of these goals were bad breaks. There's been 2 deflections, but that last one was just the breaker right there. You can come back from 3-1, but that last goal, you can clearly tell he's still thinking about the goal before. Like, he should have had it. Like, it'll happen with goalies. It's so psychological. They start thinking and overthinking. But I would go with Casey DeSmith on Friday, and I think they will put him in the third period. I would be surprised if they didn't right now. And as soon as I talked about the under looking good, there was 3 goals scored, 3 goals scored.
That's like a 7.5, minus 142.
Yeah, it doesn't help me, Kurtz. I got 6.5. I'm in a lot of trouble.
If Vancouver scores here, they're not done. They have to score in this power play. 4-2, 2-goal game. Hey, man, we watched this Colorado game. I'm telling you, there was a 3-0 lead in the first period. Hockey's nuts. takes a couple rep bounces, like anything. I'm not saying that. You got to work. No. They're not done. They're not done. If you make it 4-2,
I'll say,
a lot of hockey left.
The only thing I'll say, and I lost, it was a bad bet. I rolled the dice that the Canucks wouldn't fall apart early and give up a goal 2 minutes into the game. But now it's 7.5. It's too late. We're already at 5 right now. There's still there's 6.5 minutes left in the second period of play. Vancouver is going to pull the goalie if they score another goal. So I hate chasing these stupid games, but I don't have a choice. I'm going to have to jump in here. And you can get Vancouver right now plus 3.5, minus 180. And, the total is 7.5. Over 7.5 is minus 125. I'm coming in big on it. Over 7.5. What do you think, Kurtz?
I'm with you. I completely think you're going to get 3 more goals. Easy 3 more goals. Vancouver's going to score 3. So I think they get 2 more. And anyone think Edmonton's done if, with 26 minutes left of game time here? I can see this being 5-4. I still think it might be a 5-4 game.
Man, Zach Hyman, 9th goal of the playoffs now. Those
good,
Conn Smythe trophy odds are going to continue to drop.
You're right, Gabe. Vancouver, I felt good about my plus 2.5 for about 10 minutes there, but 3.5 now. I don't know what to do.
Oh,
the over.
God, I thought Vancouver were about to score. That would have been nice. Listen, Vancouver did score 2 goals in a minute and a half against Nashville down 3-1 at the end of the playoff game in the last series. So they're not out of it yet, but they're on the power play right now. Get a damn goal. There's a minute left on this power play. Make it 4-2, and then we're really back in business, especially with that over 7.5. Bury it. Oh.
I just don't want to play for clicks. I want to be involved with a great leading program that's going to develop players. Him leaving Colorado, a shot across the bow at Dion. I don't think Dion cares.
We saw Logan Diggs move on from LSU to Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin. Don't be shocked if you see John Emery potentially maybe at another school, maybe like a Miss State or even maybe like a Texas A&M.
Inside the transfer portal, only on SportsGrid.
The only one that can punch him in the nose, in my opinion, is the Knicks or those Western teams. What did you think when you saw those odds?
In their path, and it's all about the path, right? Number 1 seed, you should have an easy path, but quite honestly, looking at who they'd have to go through here eventually is kind of laughable. So I get it.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. The early line.
Magical and historic season in Lincoln, Nebraska continues.
He is the best player in the NBA, but also in the biggest moments where the national media is watching.
Newswire.
Something that we have never seen happen before with one of the iconic coaches in the game.
Pharrell, coast to coast.
The team covers. It's automatic. It's every time. Not sometimes. It's every time.
Game time decisions.
Luka is actually far more dangerous from 3 on the road this year than at home.
This game here tonight, you may want to consider taking as many points as humanly possible.
In-game live, prime time.
We got not 1, but 2 coaches fired systems in place.
SportsRage late
sort
night.
of has letdown written all over it. It's going to be hard to match the emotion that they played with the other night.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
At 4-1, under 4 minutes remaining in the second period of play. I'd like to see a goal here before the end of the period as the Vancouver Canucks look kind of dejected, to be honest, on the bench right now. There's a live shot of them. They look frustrated, dejected. And, hey, listen, these games, it's the first of 4. It's not it's not a one-game knockoff. This isn't the NFL. But I would expect a goalie change at the break. And like I said, you know, you're going to play multiple goalies during the playoffs, and Demko's not all that far off from returning right now. I mean, it's been like basically, it's almost been like 18, 19 days since the original injury. So, like, it's been quite a bit of time now. And I think the way that Silov's just played might accelerate Demko's return, to be honest. They play on Friday, and then they play on Sunday again. Then they play on Tuesday again. So I don't know at what point. I got the feeling they were sort of saying
Game 4.
Yeah, which is next Tuesday. It's Wednesday now. Yeah, that could turn into Sunday, George. Game 3.
If you lose Friday, it just might. And if you lose Friday, it just might.
And just remember one thing too, everybody.
And I'm just gonna say he's probably pressing right now, thinking,
yes,
I want to play Friday, guys. Like he's probably right. They're gonna probably say, no. We'll go to KC on Friday.
Think about hockey, though, Gabe. You know it, and that's the bottom line. You said is 4. Dallas was down 2-0, losing both games on their home ice, and they beat Vegas in 7.
Sorry, they scored.
Yeah.
Another
look at
GP.
Florida. Florida. They come back and hammer Boston tonight. Carolina, they win the next game. They're alive in the series. Hockey's different, man. And things
there
change
it is,
quick.
George. Quick, in front of the net. Boom. Out of the break.
We at now
6.
That's 7.5 suddenly in business. That was a nice play by Lindholm.
See, that's banking in on somebody.
No, it went off Skinner's stick.
Front.
It went off Skinner's stick.
Oh, it did, yeah. Ding.
See,
that's
things are changing. Yes,
that's a smart playoff. That's a smart playoff goal, though. Smart teams will do that, right? Like, you know what I mean? Just off the goalie. He banked it off the goalie's stick into the net. Like, he knew what he was doing. Right? He knew. It was like, all right, this is my angle here. I'm going to flick it here and then hope that it hits it and it bounces this way. They finally got a bounce that goes their way. So maybe this is one of these classic and it'll end up 5-4 in overtimes. These Western, I got the feeling too, it'd be one of these old school fire wagon type of series. I should have just put my money where my mouth is. I hate betting overs. I have to see it first. But so it's 4-2 right now with 2:38 left. And the total is now 8.5.
Minus 113.
Well, if you like the Canucks to come back 4-4, you're guaranteed 9. So I don't know if you guys want to put another log on the fire with the over, but 9 seems reasonable.
I want to see what comes down to 7.5. I want it to come down to 7.5. See what the price. If they don't score again in the next 2 minutes, we'll get 7.5 to start the third period.
And now that they scored, they might leave Seelovs in. Actually. It just changes the dynamic of.
It does change dynamics, yes.
Yeah,
true.
Even though there hasn't been a shot since, it rattles the team. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, no, don't panic. If you're pulling the goalie, it's a sign of panic. So don't panic, right? We've cut the lead to 2, and 2 goals going into a third period isn't the end of the world. I'm curious to see what they do. I think it'll matter if he makes a nice save here before. Pulling the kid now when you just scored here would be kind of a dagger to his confidence as well.
And plus,
you might need him down the road.
Use the pull to get some momentum. Right now, you have the momentum, so I don't think they'll, unless something weird happens in the last minute plus. Yeah. I don't think they're going to pull him.
That's what I'm saying. It rattles the room again, right? It's like, well, why pull him? We just got back in it.
Not a mistake. He's fine.
Doesn't mean you start him on Friday, though.
No, it does not.
You know what I mean? It's just for now. It's like for the best of now. We don't want to rattle things. So
you got to think of the psychology of it, right? I agree. You guys are bang on. You don't pull them now. You don't pull them at the end of the period. You don't do anything like that. You let them play it out, and we'll see what happens for game 2. You might be seeing somebody else.
They just had a quick bang play here. I thought they were going to bury that. Brock Besser.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're right.
Nice play from the slot. It was deflected by Edmonton's defenseman. It hit his stick, and it looked like it was going to go top shelf, and it went just over the net.
I'm going to do something crazy, Morency. I'm going to take Vancouver plus 900 on my book to come back. Small sprinkle. I got the 2.5. Why not?
Yeah, but aren't you on Edmonton before the game too? So you're going to have everything.
I'm on Edmonton in the series. I have the over of this game.
Edmonton in the series. Plus, why not? They could come back. We've seen craziness. They need the next goal, right? They point blank. Yeah. This is why that stupid that goal, the last one he gave up, was so bad. It's like, dude, like it's 3-1. It's not the end of the world. When you're down 2, it's no panic. Down 2 in hockey is like being down like 10 points at the fourth quarter type thing, going into the fourth quarter in an NBA game. Or 12 points. You're lingering, you're there. You just need to go on a run, right? You need to go on a run and then do it again type. You just got to do it twice. Not the end of the world. I don't know. I guess I don't know. Is it like being down 2 touchdowns going into the fourth quarter? I don't think so. I think it's probably harder.
I don't know. I would say less.
It's harder to score 2 touchdowns.
You're down 2 touchdowns, but they have the ball like 3rd and 5. So you're down 2 touchdowns, but they have the ball 3rd and 5. You got to stop them and get the ball back now.
They're a home team. They outshot them by major amounts, and they're getting 9-1 to come back and win the game on my book. It's a very good price, and Vancouver's a home team.
The key is, number one, don't effing give up a goal at the end of the period here. So that's number one. Don't give this back to them again. Yeah. Number 2, you can score early. Like, basically, you cut it in 10-minute periods, right? If you're down 2. Listen, we're going to cut the lead to 4-3, and then 10 minutes left, we're going to throw the kitchen sink here. See, the shots on goal are 16-14, but the legitimate scoring opportunities have all been Vancouver. Like, Vancouver missed the net a bunch of times. They hit a post. It's gone over the net. Meanwhile, to be honest, Edmonton have they're doing to Vancouver what Vancouver does to everybody else. They don't get a lot of shots on goal, but they score on the limited ones they do. That's what Edmonton. They've taken advantage of limited opportunity tonight, Edmonton. Zach Hyman has.
I just don't want to play for clicks. I want to be involved with a great leading program that's going to develop players. Him leaving Colorado, a shot across the bow at Dion. I don't think Dion cares.
We saw Logan Diggs move on from LSU to Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin. Don't be shocked if you see John Emery potentially maybe at another school, maybe like a Miss State or even maybe like a Texas A&M.
Inside the transfer portal, only on SportsGrid.
The only one that can punch him in the nose, in my opinion, is the Knicks or those Western teams. What did you think when you saw those odds?
In their path, and it's all about the path, right? Number 1 seed, you should have an easy path, but quite honestly, looking at who they'd have to go through here eventually is kind of laughable. So I get it.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid, your 24/7 sports wagering network. The early line.
Magical and historic season in Lincoln, Nebraska continues.
He is the best player in the NBA, but also in the biggest moments where the national media is watching.
Newswire.
Something that we have never seen happen before with one of the iconic coaches in the game.
Pharrell, coast to coast.
The team covers. It's automatic. It's every time. Not sometimes. It's every time.
Game time decisions.
Luka is actually far more dangerous from 3 on the road this year than at home.
This game here tonight, you may want to consider taking as many points as humanly possible.
In-game live, prime time.
We got not 1, but 2 coaches fired systems in place.
SportsRage late
sort
night.
Of has letdown written all over it. It's going to be hard to match the emotion that they played with the other night.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
This is SportsRage. Gabriel Morency. Level 2 continues. 4-2 for the Edmonton Oilers after 2 periods of play. They're -2.5, -120. And the total is 8.5 right now. Under 8.5 is -135. Over 8.5 is +105. I stepped in and hit. I already lost on the under 6.5, but I decided, all right, I got to get this back and more. So I hammered the over 7.5, which looks okay right now that we're at 6. As far as the number is concerned, the Oilers are 18-1 right now, minus 1,800 to win the hockey game. The Vancouver Canucks are plus 900, and that is a crazy price. Like, you know what I mean? We've seen time and time again in the National Hockey League teams blow leads. 1,800 is a massive number to lay. I think it's not a bad bet, Cam. Vancouver plus 900.
Throw 100 down, winning a dime. Sounds pretty damn good to me. A 2-goal lead in hockey, how many times has that changed? You mentioned it. It happens all the time. I don't even want to mention last night with Dallas a 3-0 lead, and Colorado methodically came back and actually scored 4 unanswered and wins that game in overtime. Hockey is just one of those sports. Good bounce. That second goal for Vancouver is huge because they bounce it in from behind the net. It goes in. Skinner can question himself a little bit. You get refreshed at the intermission. There's a lot of hockey left. As I say before, these games, man, they're so up and down, and all it takes is a big save, a power play goal, get back. If Vancouver gets within 1, then things get very real. That price is nuts.
Game to go to overtime right now is plus 650. And there's a bet. Look, if they're going to come back, Vancouver wouldn't probably come back and win in regulation. Like if they're going to come back, this ends up in overtime. If they would come back, 4-4, maybe 5-5 somehow, but it would have to be 4-4. I don't see how they're going to score 3 goals. But hockey is sort of, it's a lot like soccer. We say this often, guys, but anybody that watched the Dortmund and the PSG game knows PSG literally hit 13 crossbars and or goalposts in one game, which is almost like if you told someone, I'll give you $100 million if you're able to hit 13 posts in a game, they wouldn't be able to do it. It's like going 0-13 in like football on Sunday or something. It's hard to do that. As hard as it is to go 13-0, and the luck can switch. Like Vancouver don't have good puck luck. Like all their goals, they generally are nice goals. They're skilled goals. They work for the goals. They don't have like a lot of lucky goals, and they do have a lot of unlucky goals against them. But it can, they can switch in a hurry where suddenly a team can get caught up in that bad puck luck thing. So I don't know what the hockey gods are thinking here tonight, Kurtz. I don't know who they're liking tonight, Rick Tocchet or Knobloch or McDavid, but maybe there's a cruel twist of fate coming here in the next couple of minutes.
Well, you already said if you're going to bet money on the game now, it's going to be on Vancouver, and the price here is better than yours. We get 11-1 here. Edmonton is 35-1, by the way.
Wow!
Minus 3,500. Yeah, they
in New York, they're 35-1.
35-1, yeah.
That's a line of being down 4 goals, not 2.
And what, you're only getting 1,100 with Vancouver?
It's now 40-1, by the way. Plus minus 4,000, 11-1 Vancouver. 8.5.
That's crazy. We're getting 9-1 at 18-1. If it's 40-1, they should be giving you at least like 15, 16-1 on Vancouver then.
It's gone up. It was plus 1,000. Then it was when you were talking before, it was 1,060, and now it's 1,100. So it's
almost
crawling
like you
up
have
here
to do it now.
slowly.
You give me 15-1? Damn right. Like you nuts.
I don't think it's going to get to 15-1. You might get 12 and change.
Still good.
Depending on whether they score now. All right, the third period's getting set to yeah, you're right. Here's the trainer talking to the coach, as you said, Cam.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is. Elliot Friedman's you know what I got to do? I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I'm an idiot.
Closed captioning.
I tell you why I didn't do it. I don't have a remote control. That's why. I threw out my remote control in a pizza box.
Been there.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing stones. I've done that.
Yeah. Exactly, Kurt. Like I cleaned up a coffee table. I sort of did a sweep. There was like papers and like a pizza box. Yeah, Cam, and I must have thrown the remote control got caught up in the pizza box and stuff. And
I've thrown out money in a bag before. I do.
The thing is, I went to Walmart and I bought a replacement remote control and it didn't work. Then I ordered a remote control from Amazon and it didn't work. So I'm sort of giving up and I'm like, F the world. I'm going to operate with the remote that I have.